What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks so much for clicking on the video.
If you're a fan of Disney and Disney Channel, subscribe to the channel. It's 100% free and check out some of our other videos.
We know that Disney Plus is coming out with a Descendants spin-off called The Pocket Watch. So we thought if we could make any Descendants spin-off, what would it be? And we thought, why not an Evie spin-off series? So let's get into it.
So the show opens very similar to the first Descendants movie. But instead of Mal telling the story of Belle and Beast's wedding and the creation of the United States of Auradon and the banishment of the villains to the Isle of the Lost and the Magical Barrier, Evie is telling the story of the Descendants trilogy. Evie will be narrating and we'll be seeing clips from the films on some kind of tablet.
After we get through the first 3 movies, this is where we have to establish where this series takes place on the Descendants timeline. As most of you know, there was an animated feature called Descendants: The Royal Wedding about Mal and Ben's wedding, and this series is going to take place immediately after that. So we hear Evie narrate these words.
After many months and many designs, I made Mal the most beautiful, perfect dress for the most beautiful and perfect wedding.
For the sequence when she's narrating about the wedding, this is where we will stop with the footage being on a tablet, and now it will be full screen and it will be shots of Evie working on Mal's wedding dress and then a shot of her at the actual wedding.
And obviously the entire cast of the Descendants franchise wouldn't come back for this one little clip, so it would just be a shot of Evie that pretty much exactly matches a shot of her watching Mal and Ben getting married that was in Descendants: The Royal Wedding. Evie would then continue narrating.
And after an epic reception, Mal and Ben were off on their honeymoon, and Ben had made Mal promise not to transform into a dragon while they were on their trip, so Jay and Carlos followed closely behind as royal security.
So this is where the show differs from the Royal Wedding. In Descendants: The Royal Wedding, due to Cameron Boyce passing away in real life, they wrote Cameron Boyce's character Carlos off in Descendants: The Royal Wedding. But the Descendants franchise is fictional, so Cameron Boyce can still be 100% alive and 100% healthy and happy, so that is what we are going to do. Carlos won't be in the show, but the character of Carlos will still be alive and well.
So we see Mal's purple limo driving away with a black limo driving behind, which is Jay and Carlos, who will be royal security while the two are away, because there is security for any president or royalty. The streets are full of people celebrating and the band is playing, similar to when Ben and the VKs brought the second set of VKs to Auradon in Descendants 3. Evie then continues narrating.
And while Mal and Ben are away, they decided to leave their favorite, smartest, and fairest royal counselor of them all in charge, yours truly, Evie. We know Evie is a royal counselor to Ben due to the invitation inviting Dizzy to Auradon given to her at the end of Descendants 2.
And as soon as she says her name, we cut to a shot of Evie watching Mal, Ben, Carlos, and Jay drive away from the castle balcony.
Evie then walks inside the castle and turns a corner and walks down a hallway and goes into a huge room. There is another door to the far left of the room which is open. She then closes the door she just enters. This is the room she's staying in for Mal and Ben while they are away, and she's brought all of her fashion equipment. Her sewing machine, dresses she's in the middle of making, leather jackets for clients. There are pictures of designs all over the walls, but in a very neat, orderly way.
She goes to a notebook on her desk and opens it, and on the first page is the iconic jacket Mal wears in the first Descendants movie. Evie smiles. She turns her head and sees a blue mist start to lightly come in from under the door. The camera zooms in on her face as she gets an immediate look of worry and shock. Evie quietly says to herself, "Oh no."
Evie runs to the door she had entered the room through. She quickly opens it, steps outside, and yells, "Guards, we need to close all entrances to the castle immediately," and
before she can finish, we hear the door from the left side of the room close, and from that direction, a calming yet slightly sinister male voice is heard, and the voice says, "At last, my heart is complete again."
Evie closes her eyes and puts her head down in dissatisfaction and begins to walk backwards into the room, not looking the direction of the voice. She then says, "I figured you'd come sooner or later."
She then sarcastically, yet in a frustrated way, says, It's good to see you too, Dad.
The camera then reveals and zooms in on a man with dark black hair with blue streaks throughout, piercing blue eyes, a mustache as well as facial hair on his chin. The man gets a huge smile on his face and replies, "Hello, daughter."
This man is Evie's father, played by the one and only Johnny Depp.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure to check out some of our other videos right now and subscribe to the channel. It's 100% free.